Welcome back to West Coast Conference Championship Central. San Diego advancing to the second round of the tournament after defeating LMU 66-62. A very exciting game here from Orleans Arena. We welcome you inside of the arena. Mary Louise Cook alongside Ernie Kent and Juanse Gorosito, who was huge for the Toreros tonight. You guys come into this tournament and you've lost 4 in a row, and then you break that losing streak with this type of a win. What can you say about the way that your team played tonight?
Well, when you come to the postseason, it's 0-0, and coach put an emphasis on that. I think that make us play better, kind of lose. We don't have nothing to lose, so I think that gave us the confidence to play like that and how we performed tonight.
Was it important to win one more game, though, to stick around with your coach?
Yeah, of course. He's a great coach, and he's an emphasis. He emphasizes right now like we in the back 9. He's like you playing golf. Now you in the back 9. He's 1-1, just one shot at a time, and we take one shot today, and hopefully we can take one tomorrow.
For you personally, in your game tonight, you scored 14 points, 11 of them in the second half. What was the shift for you?
Well, I feel like in the first half I wasn't aggressive enough and with my three-point shooter, and so I come in the second half, put more emphasis on that and trying to make plays for other. But yeah, coach gave me the green light, told me to shoot more, so that gave me the confidence in the second half.
You know, I know what coaches talk about. I want to know what the players are going to talk about tonight in preparation for the next game and everything. What would you guys get together and talk about?
Well, what we talk is sometimes we get you happy during the stretch. We can, like today, we get up like 10 and we let them then come back. We just got to be able to control the round better. And I think that will be huge for us tomorrow.
Great.
Juanse, we thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck to you guys in the next round of the tournament. Congratulations. It was a fun one tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Keep letting it fly. Just let it fly.
Every day.
Got the green light. Thank you so much, Juanse. We appreciate you being with us. Now, leading the way tonight, we look at the guys, Juanse, of course, being one of them with the 14 points that he had. 4 for 9 with the 3 there. And then Adrian McIntyre, who we talked about at halftime, Ernie, I thought really impressive tonight.
Well, he played a great game and, you know, great leadership and all of those things. But let's talk. LMU did a great job of shutting this team down a little bit, took that scoring away. They were 53% in the first half from the field, the second half 24%. 50% from the 3, second half 18%. But they did just enough to close out the game, and that's all that matters at this time of year. Win and advance.
Yeah, and that they are doing. So we are now joined by San Diego head coach Steve Lavin. We appreciate you being with us, and congratulations to you guys as you're now advancing to round 2. Just talking with Juanse a little bit there, and he was talking about how you gave him the green light to go ahead and score a little bit more in the second half, which you guys seem to really have needed from him.
Yeah, as Ernie knows, it's important your players know that you have confidence in them, and there are some players that have the ability to really get it going offensively, and we have, 4 or 5 of those players. And so different nights, it's different people that can step up, and we call it the Emerald City green light. I thought Tanari Lane as well as Juanse contributed. Tanari played 40 minutes, and we led for 35 minutes of this game. So really, it was a steady kind of buzzsaw performance, and we knew Loyola. They're well coached, and Stan, Lorenzo, their whole staff do a terrific job. So we knew they'd make a run. It's postseason. So you win, you advance, you lose, you go home. And so the run was going to come, and it did. They started to isolate us and take advantage of their size, and they put the ball down low. But we were able to keep, them off balance for most of the evening, and just got enough stops late and made some free throws to salt the victory away, and just couldn't be prouder of that group that's in the locker room. Can't wait to get back with them tonight at the hotel and get ready for another game tomorrow.
That was going to be my question. You got this one out of the way, and it was a big one. They're going to be excited. What do you do now to go get another one? And what mental, you got a lot you can pull out of that bag of tricks of yours. So what are you going to have that next conversation about?
One is the mental aspect between, a quick turnaround game like this to tomorrow. And so you're not going to get better physically. The Hayes in the barn, as the old coach Pete Newell used to say at this stage of the season. And the group really likes one another. You know, I think we had 8 games this year. We had 20 assists or more. We've set school records for assists as we talk about sharing the sugar, as I did at halftime.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're tied together offensively, you know, and defensively, you have a chance to give yourself a chance to win. And so we won't dramatically change. And, of course, at this stage of the season, we've played these teams before, so we have a good feel and a good sense. And really it's about being, you know, mentally and physically fresh as possible. We've got a lot of injuries we've been navigating, again, which speaks to the character of this group. And they've been through a lot this year. It's been one of those unique journeys that they'll draw on for the rest of their life, including, you know, me dismissed in mid-season. Even that is really a valuable lesson. Sports is a metaphor for life in its purest form. And being resilient and staying together through adversity and through challenges and through unexpected things that happen in life, that is really what this group is leaned into.
Well, Coach,
awesome.
and they're really lucky to have you as a coach and to have you sharing that message with them and having your experience serve as inspiration to them. And I'm sure, you know, of course they came out here to win, but I'm sure that was also probably part of it as well, to continue fighting with these guys.
Yeah, you want to extend that season. Dead coach walking, right? You get another day to be with your group, and hopefully we have a whole week together. And that's what's beautiful about championship week is everyone gets a reset. Everyone goes back to 0-0. If you were 30-2 or 2-30, you get to championship week, and if you can string together some games, you can punch your ticket to March Madness. And so you have to aspire, you have to dream big, and that's what this group is doing. We also need to stay grounded and focus just on the next opponent and not start looking ahead, obviously. We can't afford to do that. We haven't had one of those seasons where you're a higher-seeded team and you get moved out to the semifinals. So we're going to have to fight for everything.
We'll let you get in that locker room and share some more sugar, okay? Great job.
Thank you,
okay?
Coach Lavin.
Always a pleasure.
Job.
Appreciate you being so professional.
Congratulations to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, thank you. We're going to take a short break here. You're watching the Credit Union 1 WCC Championship Central presented by Air Force Reserve. On the other side, we'll take a look back at the day that it's been so far in Vegas.
Credit Union 1, the official credit union of the